Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another live session, this time at a different time slot. So we did conduct a poll recently wherein we asked students when is the most comfortable time for you guys for the live. And we got around 60% plus students voting for 7 to 8. So here we are bringing you a live at your time slot. So let's just wait for people to join in. Guys, if you are able to hear me, if you're able to see me, just type hi in the chat box. And please note that to speak to me, to ask me questions, you have to be subscribed to the channel. Do that right now and say hi to me. I'm waiting for your responses. Hi, Sahil. Thank you so much. This means a lot to me. Yeah. So this is great. Hi, Sriram. Thank you for joining in at this point of time. Hi, Ranjit. Hi, Shivani. Hi, Nagmani. So we have students joining in. Sahil, thank you for this. Thank you for this comment. You know, this totally made my day. After all the hard work we guys do for you, the kind of compliments you guys give me, you know, it's amazing. Hi, Alenki. Hi, Anurag. Hi, Zudo. Hi, Pranjul. Hi, Rasam. Hi, Ranjit. Ranjit, I'll be getting back to that soon. Guys, before we start today's session, all of you guys, hi Kavisha, all of you guys who filled the form to connect with me in the last live, don't worry. I'm going to reach out to you guys soon. I have all the details with me. Just make sure you keep checking your emails. I'll be starting the replies to your queries in a day or two max, and just make sure you check your emails, and you might get the next email from me. Just make sure if you don't get the email, keep checking your spam inbox as well, because sometimes the email also goes into spam. Hi Femina, hi Pavan, hi Rupika. Right. One more announcement I would like to make. You have there is a pinned comment in the chat box. If you want to go for January 2022 intake, guys, it's not too late. There are still a lot of universities, good universities, Ranjit, including Sheffield Hallam as well. They're accepting January 2022 applications. So make sure you click on that link and book a counseling session with us. It is in the pinned comments, and it will keep floating throughout the session. So whatever time you get, you know, within the session, just make sure you register and book a live counseling session with us. Femina, yes, I'm coming to T-side as well. Skype interviews slot are not available. Why is this problem? And do we need to pay fee before interview? Okay, so I'll address this query right here. See, what happens is, you know, UK and Canada specifically as countries, they're experiencing a lot of backlog right now, primarily because of COVID. Last year, a lot of students deferred their intakes. So right now the universities are totally overwhelmed with applications. So that is the reason you might not be getting a slot, but just hold on for a few more days, and trust me, even they are also going to sort it out for you soon. Right. So let's start today's presentation. Obviously, we're going to talk about UK universities which offer January intake, and we're looking at January 2022. We'll be covering 5 broad subject areas. We'll start with engineering, moving on to sciences and technology, arts and humanities, business, health and life sciences, and obviously I'll do the live profile evaluation within the session. Right. Okay, so universities for engineering now. So all of you guys who are looking at engineering programs, it's not too late right now. I know the board results also got delayed this time. So if you missed the September intake, you already have like a lot of universities, even the top ones are offering Jan intake as well. So we have University of Liverpool, again, one of the top ranking universities in the UK, part of Russell Group, University of Essex, Royal Holloway, very, very good universities. Loughborough is amazingly good for engineering courses. If you want to go to Scotland, you have Strathclyde. If you want to go to Wales, we have Swansea. Then obviously there are Brunel if you want to go to London. Bournemouth is there, UWE, Bristol is there, Abertay, again Scotland, Middlesex for someone who wants to go to London. Coventry University, pretty popular with Indian students, I must say, across all programs, very affordable university and really high rank university. De Montfort, someone who wants to live around the Midlands area, very, very accessible from Nottingham, Birmingham, Coventry, all these cities located in Leicester. Nottingham Trent University is there. There's GCU, Glasgow Caledonian University. They have a campus in London as well. Teesside is good uni. They're offering engineering programs for Jan intake. Kingston is in London. Bradford is there in Yorkshire. Then we have Leeds Beckett, again in Yorkshire. University of Greenwich. Beautiful, beautiful campus, I must say. It's one of the most beautiful campuses in the UK. The fun part is, it's located right at a point where from where the world time is measured. We know Greenwich Mean Time, right? So University of Greenwich is exactly there. So it's like zero from where all the countries measure their time. University of South Wales in Pontypridd, that's in Wales. Then we have University of Gloucestershire. All of these universities offer engineering programs for Jan. Now these are the programs on offer. So technically, like I said in the last few sessions as well, January is not a major intake. So we did a last session on intakes with Manisha ma'am, if you remember, for all those you attended. January is not the primary intake. So the kind of programs, the kind of program options you get, they're pretty less as compared to September. But looking at engineering here, these are the options you get. For someone who wants to go to for a UG program in engineering, you have chemical engineering, aerospace, we have electrical, civil, mechanical, computer engineering, we have automotive engineering, electromechanical engineering, all these options are available. PG, obviously we have more varied choices. We have mechanical, structural engineering, power engineering, we have chemical, electrical, civil, systems, sustainable engineering, engineering management, someone who wants to get into the management part after their BTech. Project management is also an alternative here. Then we have software engineering, production engineering, and aerospace engineering as well. Okay, guys, I'll be asking a few trivia questions to you this time. So I'm going to shoot my first question. All of you who know the answer, please type it in the comments below. So when you apply for a student visa, how much funds are required per month for your student visa if your university is located in London? If you think it's A, 1,023 pounds per month, type A in the comments. If you think it's B, then type B. If you think it's C, then type C. If you think it's D, then type D. I'll answer it after a couple of slides and addressing a few of your questions. So the question stays on your screens. Start typing in the comments right now. I want to hear everyone. I want everyone to vote now. So yeah, I'm trying to play kind of a KBC game with you, right? Femina Mary, I think I have answered your query about Teesside. Subhash is asking any good unis with placement here for MSc in finance and investment. Subhash, I think when you go for a finance degree in the UK, first thing first, choose a university which is located in and around London, because London is one of the major financial hubs in the country and as well as the world. There are a lot of universities that will offer you, we call that a sandwich program. But if you're looking at, finance placement here, I would say even if you go for an MSc in finance, the regular one, which is a one-year program, master's, that will do wonders for your career, provided you go to a really good university, I would say. So depending on your background, I would say you can choose from City, University of London is a good option. You can also try University of Essex. Again, City might not offer January intake, but Essex, they do have January intake, but I would have to check if they have finance available. So I would be covering that in the next few slides. Apart from that, if you're flexible for September, then there are loads of options for you, loads of options. So I would say Brunel is good option, Royal Holloway is amazing option. Then we have Queen Mary University of London. I think you guys must have seen one of the reels on Instagram we have, so you can check that out as well. Queen Mary is a very, very good uni. MSc Zoology, Tesma Philip is asking. I'm not really sure if you're looking at Jan intake, but zoology, it's a very, very, I think, niche subject within biology. So I would say you can look at Queen Mary University of London. They might offer you, they might not offer you a particular program in zoology, but maybe a specialization. Apart from that, if you're looking at budget universities, then I would say Chester is good option. Chester is a historic city. It's not very far away from London. They do have really good sciences and life sciences and medicine programs as well. IELTS preparation. So I'm not really sure what's your name. I have a question. I completed my 12th in 2018. Now I'm bachelor's second year. Is it possible I'll be go next January for bachelor again in management? See, I'll not recommend that. I would say IELTS preparation. I am I'm not really sure about your name, but if you're looking at second bachelor's degree, see, it's going to cost you a lot of money. So even if you go to the most affordable university in the UK, is going to cost you somewhere around 20 lakh rupees per annum. So I would say finish your bachelor's first, get a 3-year bachelor's degree from India and go for a master's program, right? You only, you can allocate that same budget to a top ranking university. Let's say, go for something like Edinburgh, Manchester, or, depends on the kind of, percentage you have in your bachelor's degree. So I would highly recommend complete your bachelor's degree and then go to the UK. See, spending so much money is not something I'll recommend to you. Next, Amianshi, thank you for giving the best of the information. See, I try, to be honest. See, nobody is perfect. There are few things I don't remember on top of my head. See, there's so many universities, so many programs, guys. Maybe there are few questions I'm not able to address sometimes because, see, I'm a human being as well, so I might not remember a lot of things on top of my mind. But my initiative or my priority is always to make sure that whatever information I have, I share it with you. Thank you so much. This totally made my day. Femina is again asking, I got an interview slot for November 4th. So will I be able to totally? It won't take long. Trust me, UK visas, totally unpredictable. I remember when I applied for my UK visa, I'm not really sure about now, but back in, I think I went to the UK in 2007 or 8. I got my visa in 2 days. And that, UK visa that time was, pretty, I would say, a very, very hectic process, like, in today's time, you just have to submit your living expenses. You just show your bank statements and you show your cash letter and you're done. But in my time, trust me, it was a hell of a process. So, and I still got the visa in 2 days. So I think it won't take much of your time. Hima is asking, can you suggest me a country? Which one is best for doing masters in building information modeling? Information modeling, I think I'm going to cover this in this this presentation. UK is good, but if you're looking at other options, Australia is amazingly good for someone who wants to go into these kind of fields, because Australia is one of the few countries in the world, to develop programs like Master of Internet of Things and all, like, all these niche programs they have. Guys, before I proceed further, just to remind you again, if you're thinking of going for January intake, please fill the form. So, okay, so I'll just check how many people have answered. So I've got C, D, B, C. Okay, lot of D's and C's here, and there are some B's as well. So let me just get back to the chat. It's so confusing for me. Yeah. So the correct answer is D, which is 1334 per month. So when you apply for your student visa, you have to multiply this figure by 9. And that is how much you have to show in your account to apply for the UK visa. I hope this information really makes sense for you. This whole quiz I developed just to give you information as well at the same time, and just to kind of create, just to get mind of things during the presentation as well. Right, so I'll move on to the next slide before I answer more questions. Now for people with sciences background, right? These are the universities which offer a lot of programs in undergraduate and postgraduate level both. So we have University of Reading. A lot of people, ask me about Reading. Reading has amazingly good business school as well. So just in case you want to know, although all the MBA aspirants, especially if you want to study in a top university in the UK without GMAT, University of Reading's Henley Business School, if you check the Financial Times rankings, it's one of the top business schools in the world, and they don't need GMAT. So you can choose University of Reading any day, and it's more affordable than, say, London Business School or something like Manchester or Edinburgh. Then we have Swansea, Essex, Loughborough, Middlesex, Coventry, GCU, DMU, University of Chester, Leeds Beckett, University of East Anglia, Norwich. This is again a very good uni if you want to go to UK and study sciences or engineering related programs. Then we have Edinburgh Napier University. And then we have Oxford Brookes University. Don't confuse it with the University of Oxford. It's located in Oxford, but it's called Oxford Brookes. And if you check the rankings, this is one of the few modern universities in the UK which is ranked amongst top 300 in the world. So it's not a very old university, but still very, very highly ranked. Next up, we have Buckingham. It's a private university, but you still get the post-study work. It's a good uni for sciences. Then we have Bedfordshire. It's located just outside London in Luton. Good campus. Luton is known for its, I'll tell you one very interesting story here, because I lived around the area, and Luton is known for its Indian sweets and all these shops where you get samosas and laddus. So I used to visit this city, this town. It was very close to the place I used to live. I used to visit there, especially for those laddus and samosas. I still love them, and I miss that place actually. Next up is Teesside University. Teesside, most affordable university for anyone who wants to study in the UK. Undergraduate fees just starts around £9,000, and postgraduate is going to cost you under £14,000 for most fields. University of Sunderland, again, a very good option. They do have a London campus as well, but I would advise, if you want to go to University of Sunderland, go to the main campus in Sunderland. It's located near to Scotland on the England-Scotland border. Now, these are the programs you can choose. Number one, computer sciences. So all these universities, obviously, not all these universities would offer each and every program. So the programs are scattered over all the universities I listed. So we have cybersecurity, we have food sciences, sports sciences. I think someone asked me in a live session that if there is any university which offers a football related program. It's a very niche program, but I do have the answer for it now. If you're still watching, if you're watching this live session, it's the University of South Wales in Pontypridd. So they have a dedicated program, master's level program for football. Someone who wants to make their career in managing a football team or something. Next up, we have computer science. I think I've already written that. Sorry for the repetition. Then we have applied information technology, computing, artificial intelligence. For PG, we have chemical research, computer science, chemistry, data sciences, environmental monitoring, satellite data, geology. Some people count geology in arts, but geology is technically the study of soil. So I would say it's more of a sciences degree, biotechnology, biology, forensic science, cybersecurity, and physics. Right. Next up, I have another question, and after that, I'll answer your queries. Okay. So this is another quiz. How many years of post-study work visa a student gets after completing a 3-year undergraduate degree? So if you think it's 1 year, sorry, I think the numbering is not correct. If you think it's 1 year, type 1. If you think it's 9 months, type 9. If you think it's 3 years, then type 3. If you think it's 2 years, then type 2. Right. So I'll answer a few questions now. Ram Prakash is asking, can I shift from microbiology to biotechnology? I would like to study in biotechnology at Edinburgh, Napier. As long as you have a demonstrable work experience, I would say it will not be a problem. Many universities, UK as compared to Canada is very, very flexible, right? They understand Canada, they grill you on cases wherein, people are not, if you fail to establish a connection with your prior work experience or education, but UK in that sense is very flexible. As long as you have a justification, as long as you have an interest in that field, if you possess some bit of work experience, I don't think so it would be a problem. Martha is asking some universities for MBA. I'm not really sure which intake you're looking at, but for January, I'm going to cover this, in the slides, further slides. But for MBA, if you are looking at something without GMAT, then I would say, and if you want to study at top universities, so University of Reading is a good option, Cardiff is a good option. And in top other top unis, you have Nottingham is there, you have Liverpool, you have Birmingham, you have Aston, Leicester, you have Southampton, but there are a few universities which will require work experience. Mr. Nubi, that's an interesting name. So can someone tell how many months before an intake we can go to the UK? See, if you're looking at Jan intake right now, it is possible. It is possible, I would say, until October end. There are quite a lot of universities which will still accept you for Jan intake. Subrojit asking, wanted to know about MSc in data sciences and computer sciences. I think, Subrojit, you have your answer. I have already covered that in this slide. So most of these universities will offer you computer sciences. Automotive masters. Shubham, I would say for automotive, you can check out. I think I covered that in the last automotive. Right. So for automotive, you can check out a lot of universities, which include Aston is there. Aston is a good uni, but they might not offer January intake, to be honest. Sukanya, for Jan intake, is the application closed already? No, Sukanya, that is why I think we are conducting this session for you. If you want to apply for Jan intake, there is a form, there is a pinned comment. Just click on it and fill the form, and you can sign up for a counseling on priority basis. Okay, so now I've got Sai Reddy. After gap of 7 years, can I apply for undergraduate? 7 years of I have done CA course. So I'm not really sure if you are already a CA or you were unsuccessful or something. See, 7 years of gap can be a big problem, primarily because it would kind of hamper with your overall seriousness towards studies. But as long as you can justify it with a family emergency or a medical emergency, but still, for undergraduate, I would still think it would be a problem, unfortunately. Marjan Faisal, MSc microbiology is a good choice. Definitely, it is a good choice. It's very closely related to the health sciences field, and I would say UK is obviously one of the good countries to pursue a career in the sciences, life sciences field, right? So let me just look at the answers you guys have given for this question. So I think I've got mostly 2, except few ones. Yeah, so it's a 2-year post-study work. So after you complete a 3 years undergraduate degree, you get 2 years post-study work. If you complete a 1-year master's degree, you still get a 2 years post-study work. Right. Okay, so before I answer next questions, I'll move on to the next slide, which is universities for arts and humanities. So this includes art and design, languages, literature, political science, international relations, all these kind of subjects. If you're looking at geography, you have something like, I would say, fashion design, graphic design, animation, UX design. So all these universities offer JAN intake as well. UWE, Bristol, Brunel, Swansea, De Montfort, Bournemouth, Bedfordshire, Middlesex, Bradford, Strathclyde, Teesside, Kingston. Then we have University of South Wales, London South Bank, Gloucestershire, Buckingham, Ravensbourne University, London, and we have Chichester. So these universities offer arts and humanities programs for January as well. So these are the programs you can look at. Guys, I've tried to cover most universities here, but obviously there would be some other universities as well that offer January intake. That is why if you want to explore more options, I would say fill the form. I'm sorry, I'm repeating it again and again. Click on the link and book a counseling session. You may get more options. So I've tried to be as precise as possible and include all the universities, but obviously because of the constraints related to the whole presentation, so I could not include all the universities in there. Programs for UG, you can choose from media, drama, creative writing, international politics, international relations, digital media, media production, history of art, English, literature, art and design. Art and design, we include graphic design, fashion, interiors, all these industries, all these subjects. For PG, you can choose from international relations, creative writing, international governance, diplomacy, global media, digital media, creative industries, graphic design, interiors, law, multimedia journalism, social justice, criminology. So all these subjects are on offer. Okay, question number 3. So now I think you guys are planning to go to the UK, and that is why you're attending the session. So another informative question for you. So let's say you move to the UK and you fall sick, right? As we all know, like health costs in the UK or European countries or even Canada and US is pretty high. So how do you access the British healthcare system in case you fall sick, right? So A, it's free for all students, so you don't have to pay anything. B, you will have to buy a healthcare insurance before you leave India. C, you pay for the service if you require it. So if you feel sick, if you feel unwell, you go to the doctor, you pay the fee, you pay for your medicines. Or D, you have to pay an immigration health surcharge before you leave. So whatever you think is correct, just type it in the comments below. If you think it's A, B, C, or D. And I'll answer the correct, I'll give you the correct answer after answering these questions. So Rupika is asking, how do we decide a city which has multicultural crowd, easy to relate with? See, Rupika, my take here would be, see, UK as a country, because this is from my experience, no matter which place you live in, even if you go to like, a small town in the UK, I have been to such places in the UK where, you hardly see any I would say, someone from India or something like that. But, somehow, I have always found Indian restaurants or Indian grocery stores everywhere. I would say majority, every town in the UK is pretty multicultural, but it will be entirely dependent on you what kind of place you're looking at. If you're into big cities, go for London, go for Edinburgh, go for Glasgow, Birmingham, Nottingham. These places are very, very multicultural. But then obviously there are cities like very small towns like I would say Middlesbrough, where Teesside is there. But one thing is sure, that UK as a country has a lot of, I would say, love for Indian food and culture and all these things. you can see temples and gurudwaras almost everywhere. So don't block your mind on choosing a city. Wherever you go, you'll find people from all over the world. It's a very multicultural society. uh, Ashwin is asking courses offered for a BDS graduate. Healthcare leadership is one. I'm not sure about the masters in dental sciences, to be honest, but I can get back to you on this. MSc microbiology. Uh, Ashwin, any university offering advanced general dental practice in the UK other than Ulster? See, Ulster is a good uni. If you're getting into Ulster, then I don't think so. It's a bad deal. But for dental, throughout my career, I haven't really counseled students for dental or veterinary or medicine because very few students go abroad for these kind of programs. Primarily, they're expensive. Second, the entry requirements are pretty high, so I'm not really sure on that. But if you can drop your comment on, if you can just drop your comment in the comment box, I'll get back to you on this in a day's time. Subrojit, sir, can anyone do computer engineering after doing BSc in computer science? See, if you have a BSc in computer science, see, UK works on a very different manner altogether. They have an engineering degree for 3 years. So the bachelor's of engineering in the UK is majority 3 years across any university you go to. But yeah, so if you want to go for like, they don't have a master's of engineering or they don't call it MTech. So I think ideally you should go for MSc in computer science. So that makes more sense. But if you want to specialize in something, then they have, MSc software or MSc, programming and networking, or MSc data sciences, MSc artificial intelligence. Then we have MSc cybersecurity. So the options are many. Pranjul is asking, Sriram is asking, sorry, I'm going to get back to that question. Any disadvantage in Jan intake and any advantage there in Jan intake? Tricky question. Disadvantage, in my opinion, is it's not September intake, so you don't get many options. But Jan intake, it's good because that's from my personal experience. I would say January after Christmas holidays, UK kind of opens up more, more as in like, shops are open, and because most of the country, kind of remains very closed sort of during the Christmas time. So January, you get a lot of employers posting jobs. So the chances of getting part-time jobs, I think, is higher, which I think, in Canada, it's actually the opposite. So January, you don't get many opportunities for jobs. But I think in UK, that's from my experience and from my friends' experience, that there are a couple of jobs, that open up during January, so you can get a job easily. Pranjul is asking course after BCom in India, economics and finance. I think you have the answer there already. I would say go for finance. It's a good program to do, and it would be beneficial as well, because getting a job would be easy. But Pranjul, one thing I want to tell you, that for January, you might not be able to get the university you want. But if you're, I'll cover the business universities in a while. You can check if you like any university out of them, and then you can just click on the link and fill the form, and you can get live counseling. Physiotherapy, Kavisha, I'm getting to that. There is a slide on it. Harshal, I want to go for MS in mechanical engineering. Can you suggest? For January, I think I've covered most institutions here. So you can choose, sorry, for engineering, right? Right. So you can choose from these unis. Labro is good. You can check out Essex. Out of these, then you can check out Strathclyde and Brunel. So we were here. Okay. Vipul is asking, September slots open for UK? If yes, what's the deadline? Vipul, if you want to apply, if you want to go for a bachelor's degree, for September 22. UCAS is already open. And if you're looking at top universities, then I think top universities will close in January. So go for it right now. And similarly, if you want to go for master's programs, universities are accepting 2022 September already. So start applying, start getting your documents sorted. But if you're if you're not looking at top universities, then you still have time. So I think deadline, I would say, you should apply by July next year, max, so that you do have like a lot of time for the visa processing as well. Then we have MS in data science and artificial intelligence. Rajal, I think I've covered that in the last slide, but if you can just drop your comment in the comments box below, I'll give you personalized options by commenting on it in a day or two. Pancham, could you please save this live stream? Yes, it will be available after this ends, so you can watch it. Right. So let me just check how many people answered this quiz. So we have A's, B's, and B's. Right. Someone saying D as well. Guys, so for this question, the answer is D. So you have to pay an immigration health surcharge when you apply for the UK visa. So that allows you to seek help from NHS, which is the National Health Service. So you can use that. It's a kind of health insurance only, which allows you to visit the local practices and the hospitals to get your the health related problems sorted. Except I think it doesn't cover your eyes and your dental expenses. When I was in the UK, NHS was free. We didn't have to pay this, so it was totally free for us. Because see, like all of you guys who are worried about their health, because I remember when I went to the UK, I have diabetes. So make sure that you carry your prescriptions with you. Everything should be there, and like just make sure that you have all the recommendations from your doctor, so that once you see the doctor there, they should know your history well. So that kind of helps. So that's an extra tip I'm giving you. Right. So now universities for business. So UEA, that's University of East Anglia. Then we have Bangor University, Edinburgh Napier, Oxford Brookes, University of Bath, Russell Group University, but does not offer many programs, very few programs. Coventry University, Brunel University, Bedfordshire, Middlesex, Derby. Then we have Kingston University, London Met, London South Bank, Manchester Met, Northumbria, Sheffield Hallam. I think someone's question was answered, will be answered here. Sheffield Hallam also offers business programs, and then University of Northampton. There are a lot of other universities as well which offer business. So most universities in the UK that offer Jan intake will offer a program in business anyway. So you for business students and commerce students, you have a lot of options out there. So these are the programs on offer: business management, accounting, marketing, financial services, IB, entrepreneurship, economics, finance, hospitality, event management. And for PG, we have IB, management, marketing, finance, financial economics, entrepreneurship, digital marketing, strategic management, global hospitality, law and management, accounting, real estate, luxury brand management as well. So someone who wants to go to luxury brand, go for luxury brand management. I think a lot of students have asked me this question. You can also check Ravensbourne University, London. It's a private university, but you still get 2 years PSW. Right. Next question. So which universities out of these does not have a campus in London? So A, is it Cardiff Metropolitan? B, is it Glasgow Caledonian? C, it's Coventry, or D, it's Loughborough? So just answer it in the comments. I'll give you the correct answer after I answer the few questions. Right. Sayukta is asking, I want to apply for University of Surrey for MS in international business. I'm not really sure, Sayukta, if they offer IB MSc in, they do offer the program, but I'm not really sure if it's available for Jan. Right. Should I go for sandwich program in data science with placement 1 year or without placement? Because sandwich option I get 3 years to look for a job in the UK, and sandwich program is a good choice. See, unlike Canada, sandwich programs, yeah, there are a lot of universities that offer sandwich programs, but unlike Canada, they're not very, I would say, you know, like Canada, you go to any institution, they have a regular program and they have the core program. But that does not apply in the UK. Sandwich programs are not very popular amongst UK universities. But if you want to check out sandwich programs, the top unis that offer sandwich programs include Bath, Aston, then we have Middlesex. These three universities are pretty good for sandwich programs, and they offer most options. Right. Universities for MS Hospitality Management, Tanmay, I would say University of Surrey. It is a top ranking university in the UK for hospitality. The entry requirements are decent, not very high. And if you look at the world rankings for hospitality management, Surrey is #1 in the UK, like I said, and it's amongst top 20 in the world as well. Plus, it's pretty affordable as well. As in, like, it's not very affordable, but as compared to say other universities in the UK, it's pretty affordable. Shijin, any Jan 2022 intakers? Anybody? So yeah, Shijin is also requesting everyone, whosoever is for Jan intake, please just fill that form. Click on the link and fill the form, and you can book the counseling session with us. Dipanshu is asking, how is the MSc Data Analytics of Queen's University, Belfast? Queen's University is a good uni, and plus they're pretty known for their IT programs. But I'm not really sure if they offer January intake for this particular program. Sports related courses, a lot of universities out there, I cannot remember. See, I think one university which offers really good sports sciences related program is Labro. And apart from that, I think University of South Wales, if you're looking at some affordable option. Nihar Jain, which university will give admission if the IELTS score is overall 6 but not less than 5? Right. I'm not really sure which level you want to go to, either masters or bachelor's. But with 5 bands, I think it would be a little bit tricky, to be honest. I would say repeat the IELTS again. And if you have CBSE or ICSE, there are a couple of universities that will offer you pre-session English, just to tell you in advance. But I would say an ideal score would be 5.5 at least. Okay, Paramdeep, I have booked my UKVI exam on 30th October. I have completed my graduation in 2020. Should I be done intake? 30th of October. First thing, why did you book UKVI? Why didn't you go for IELTS Academic, the regular one? And yeah, like if you apply now and you get the offer letter, so technically by 30th October, if you give your IELTS, and you will be receiving your results by November 1st week, I would say November 12th or 13th, then I don't think so it would be a problem. But apply for the offer letter now so that you get the conditional offer letter. But I'm not really sure why you booked UKVI. Right. So let me just see how many people answered the quiz. So we have B's and D's. Right. So guys, it's actually A in this case. So it's Cardiff Metropolitan University. They don't have a campus in London. Right. So last up, we have universities for health and life sciences. So this is the very short list, I know, but health sciences program, most options you get in September only. So University of Chester, I think someone asked me a question here as well. University of Chester. I not see that question. I might have missed that whole conversation. Yeah, Ram Prakash, Chester, reputed and good university to study. Yes, Chester is good for health and life sciences. Right. Chester, Swansea, Bournemouth, UWE, Bristol, Coventry, GCU. Then we have, it's Glasgow, Caledonian, sorry for the typo, Kingston, Bradford, Teesside, Edinburgh, Napier. And these are the program options you get. This is the most exhaustive list I could prepare, right? So for UG, you get life sciences, public health, health and social care, mental health and nursing, biomedical sciences, nursing studies, uh, radiography, pharmacology, biosciences, biomedicine, optometry, children nursing, applied sciences. And similarly for PG, you get nursing, mental health, health data science. That's again a very, very coming up subject, health data science. Guys, do check it out. Healthcare management, public health, medical education, someone who wants to teach at the university level. It's a very good degree to start with. Gerontology is there, pharmaceutical sciences. Gerontology is basically something called aging studies, very, very similar to that. Pharmaceutical science. I'm not really sure. I'm not a medical guy, so just spare me if that is wrong. But I think it's aging studies. So yeah, occupational therapy is there, medical imaging, which is again very similar to radiography. Then we have pharmacology, we have physiotherapy and cancer biology, right? So these are the universities and the programs that offer health sciences programs, right? So now let me just answer a few more questions before we call it a day. We wrap up this session. Nagamani suggests universities for computer sciences masters. Lot of universities are there. I think Teesside, if you're looking at January, go for Teesside. You can, most of the universities, Swansea offers computer sciences, Labro offers computer sciences, then Greenwich offers computer sciences, De Montfort offers computer sciences, Manchester Metropolitan offers computer sciences. Chester is a good university because it's ranked 1000 plus worldwide. See, rankings, I would say, yeah, rankings do matter, but see, there are a lot of universities in the world, 1000 plus. It might sound too, I would say, too much on paper, as in like, it's not even the, top 1000 in the world, but there are, I don't know, like 10,000 plus universities, more than that. In fact, if you look at the number of universities, so many universities in the world, and Chester is not a very, very old institution as a university. So yeah, it is ranked 1000 plus, but trust me, for UK, one thing I can guarantee you is that irrespective of the university you study at, all the universities offer a very, very high quality delivery of the programs, irrespective of the rankings. So there are universities that are not really highly ranked, but they are very well known for certain subjects, like Surrey for that matter. It's known for hospitality. De Montfort, they have a very, very good business school, Leicester Castle Business School. Then there is Hertfordshire, it's known for aviation. Hertfordshire, it might interest you that the university is based in Hatfield, which was actually the birthplace for British aviation. The first aeroplane which was made in the UK, it was called De Havilland, and it was made in the same place where the university is located. So you should also look at subject rankings. Krishna is asking, what about University of East London? It is a good university, but there are other worthy options in UK, in London as well. Specifically, if you're looking at January intake, there's Westminster, then London Met is there, University of West London is there. If you want to move a little bit outside London, then Royal Holloway is a very, very good option. Ziad is asking best universities for management courses. I think I've covered a lot on that. Ziad, if you want to go for January intake, I would say choose from any of these universities. Most of these universities offer January intake, but from my personal recommendation, I would say Essex. Essex is a good option. if you want to go for January. And if you want to go for September, then I think the world is your oyster. I would say the UK is your oyster. So you have a lot of options available anyway. Every university somehow or the other offers a management related program. Navdeep, I'm not answering questions on Canada here. It's mostly for UK. But if you can drop the a comment in the comment box, I can reply to that in a day or two. Anurag is asking, I want to know about universities in MIM. So I think Anurag, the same applies for you as well. Go for Essex. You can check Brunel. You can check University of East Anglia. You can check Northumbria. These are good options. But my for January, I would say Essex makes more sense. It's a very, very reputed university. Right. Okay, so Mihir is asking, I have admit letter from Exeter and Essex. Exeter. Any day. It's a Russell Group uni, so go for Exeter. How's UK for civil engineering masters? I want to come back to India after gaining some experience. Will I get a good job at managerial level? See, I would be little bit. I think I don't want to go off track here, but I think for civil engineering, Canada would be a better option. Is it possible to? Vipul is asking, is it possible to get into MS in computer science in top 10 with 70%? IELTS 7, 4 years work ex at software developer. Definitely, Vipul, 70% is a very, very good score. You can apply to, I think, a lot of Russell Group universities. So I would say go for it. IELTS 7 is a good score. You have 4 years experience. Make sure you have good SOP, good recommendations, and I'm pretty much sure you'll be good to go. Pancham is asking, I'm fully vaccinated with Covaxin, but I think Covaxin has not been recognized by UK yet. What are my options now? Well, I think that's a tricky question again. I'm not really sure. I got Covishield just because of that, because I always knew that Covaxin will not be. I'm sorry, but I had this thing that if I had to travel abroad, then Covaxin would be an issue. Pancham, I'm not really sure, but I think you should check British High Commission dates. Maybe you have to quarantine when you land in UK. So I think you'll be treated as an unvaccinated traveler. So you would need maybe a COVID test or something, and then you would have to quarantine in the UK for like 10 days or something. I think, and at your own expense. Navdeep, which country is better for Jan and take, UK or Canada? I would say, see, both countries are okay. I cannot comment. Canada is good too, but maybe I'm more inclined towards UK. Remember, if you guys remember, I did a video on YouTube as well where I spoke about UK versus Canada and all these things. So when I apply that test on myself, I think UK is winner for me. Maybe because I lived there, so I have good memories and stuff like that. But I think in terms of reputation of the degrees or whatsoever you call it, I think UK is way better. Do I require original degree certificate for applying for Jan intake? I'm 2021 pass out. If you have the provisional degree, I think it will be okay, but you don't have to give the the original degree. That's fine as long as you have the mark sheets and the provisional degree certificate. It will be fine. Ravindra is asking, how is Hertfordshire? It is my university as well, just so you know. So I cannot speak very badly about it. But anyway, just jokes apart, it's a very, very good uni. Amazing. I would say very close to London at the same time, pretty far off as well. Affordable living cost, affordable tuition fee, everything pretty good. But yeah, the only issue is the town of Hatfield is a little bit, a very small town. But the best part, you get Indian food. I was shocked. I didn't expect an Indian grocery store in Hatfield. It's a village, basically. It's a village. sort of thing. Very small town, and I didn't expect that, but I still found Maggie and Kurkure and everything. I loved it. Yeah. Krishna Verma, what about Greenwich? Greenwich Medway campus for civil engineering. Greenwich is a good uni, uh, but there are, like I said, worthy options in London, better options in London. Purva, Exeter. It's a Russell Group uni, amazingly good uni. Go for it if you already have the admit. Uh, Pancham, I already answered you. Vinod is asking again. Exeter is good. UWE Bristol, Reshma, it's a good uni as well. But you can also check out nearby universities in Cardiff or something like that. Cardiff is not very far away from Bristol, so I think there are good universities available there as well. But UWE Bristol is overall a good uni. Subhash is asking Northampton, Anglia Ruskin, MSc Finance, Anglia Ruskin. Masters in International Relations, Parag. If I say, if you want to go to a top tier university, then we have London School of Economics. It's a good uni, obviously, but the it will be the entry requirements will be high. Apart from that, international relations, I think you can check out Manchester, Edinburgh. All these universities are there. Right. Krishna, sir, is University of Chester good for management studies after 12th? Krishna, if you have a good score in your 12th standard, I will not recommend Chester for management, to be honest. There are pretty better universities out there. If you're looking at affordable options, go for De Montfort. Go for De Montfort, go for Hertfordshire, go for something like Manchester Metropolitan. These are better unis for management, and plus they're equally. I would say the fee is pretty much same. Right. So I think a lot of people are asking me same question. Luxembourg, Mohammed, it's located in Europe, so we're not doing that, and I don't really have knowledge on that, to be honest. Sanket, I've already answered you. Civil engineering, please go for Canada. I would still recommend it's a good. See, I'll be very honest with you. Go for Canada. I think it will make more sense. Mahendra, I've done graduation in pharmacy. Which master's degree? I think you can go for masters in pharmacy. But for Jan intake, not many universities offer a master in pharmacy. Right, guys, before I wrap up this session, make sure if you're looking at January intake, do fill the, you can just sign up on the, from the link, and you can set up the counseling session with one of our, counselors. And for next live, I'll be most probably doing, one-on-one analysis. Okay, I'm not doing UK versus Canada. Yes, I'm doing UK versus Canada, but this time I'm going to compare the tuition fee and the living cost. So you get an idea how much you will be spending in UK, how much you'll be spending in Canada, and then you can make your judgment accordingly. So if most probably that live will be on Tuesday next week. Make sure you keep following LeapScholar, you keep subscribing, just hitting the like button. I do a lot of hard work for you guys, and I'm sorry if I'm not able to answer a few of your questions. Like I said, I might not be able to remember everything on top of my head, because it's just that it's not human, right? There are so many universities and it gets impossible sometimes, but I'll always make sure that I get back to you. And those who filled the forms in the last live, I'm going to send you emails soon, so just wait for my email. Just keep checking your inboxes. Right, guys, thank you so much for connecting with me today. And if you have any more unanswered queries, you can also once this live session ends, it will be available on the or our YouTube channel. You can drop the comments below. Those who regularly follow me, that they know that I always answer each one of you. So do that, and I'll get back to you personally. Thank you so much, and have a good night. And I'll see you next week again. Bye bye.